All right, client onboarding phase 2, which is the first meeting, second interaction that you've had with this person so far, and they are now interested in learning more about what Tyson Media has to offer. Ideally, this meeting is going to be face to face and not over Zoom. Obviously, if they're out of town, Zoom is fine, Google Hangouts, whatever. But face to face and in person is always going to win because it's so much more personable, and they'll be able to see you and interact with you and just build rapport right out of the gate. If it isn't in person, don't just do a phone call. Make sure it's a Zoom or a Google Hangout. Same thing as they'll be able to see your face and be able to have some. There's just something about face to face, right? Seeing people's demeanor and their reactions and smiles is very important when trying to establish a relationship with somebody. Over the phone, it's just not the same. So make sure it's over Zoom, Google Hangouts, Microsoft Teams, whatever you need to make it the easiest and the best for the client is going to be ideal. A lot of the times the client might not want to be on camera, but make sure it's over Zoom and your camera's on. So I will have these meetings and they will keep their camera off for whatever reason. And I will have mine on and I'll make sure I look professional, well lit. We're a video company, right? We want to make sure that we look the part, and we have to always keep it on. Even if they're off, don't turn yours off to try to match theirs. Just be like, no, I want you to see me. I'm trying to land you as a client. So here I am. This is about me talking to you versus them talking to us. So just like the first contact, we don't want this to feel like a rehearsal pitch. Instead, think of it as a conversation. Genuine rapport, back and forth. They say something, you say something. You're getting to know them, so questions might come up personally. Like if they say something that you might relate to, be like, "Oh yeah, I know what that's like," or I've had that same experience. And we want to have that back and forth. We want to be fun. We want to be light. We don't want to be too serious and businessy or scripted. So make sure to keep it relaxed, casual, honestly, and then a super key piece is letting them guide the conversation. So yes, you have a structure on the PDF to kind of follow and keep things, on task, but you're going to let them guide the conversation. Let them speak. Don't dominate the conversation. That's super important. This is the meeting that decides whether they move forward with us. So making that connection is super important. So looking at the third paragraph, depending on if you are partnering with us or you're just taking this information and implementing it into your own business, when you set up this meeting in that first contact, you're going to say, if you're partnering with us, you're going to say, we're going to set this meeting up. We'd love to set up a meeting with Tyson to go over this. So that means I'm going to now be in that meeting. If you're just partnering up, then it's like, hey, let's set up another meeting that's in person or over Zoom, and I will explain more about this system. It's putting yourself in the position to then set up that in-person face-to-face if it's like a cold DM. Also, you can incorporate other team members, which you should incorporate other team members in this meeting. It makes you look like a bigger company. And maybe that first contact isn't you, and it's actually someone else that's pitching for your company. So if you're partnering with us, my goal is to be in that meeting, especially in these early days. There's a good chance that it's even other people from my team members that I trust to actually do this. So they'll own the company, they'll own the meeting, and you will be in that meeting with them. You'll do the introductions, everyone will meet, and then you'll start talking, and then we'll be there to help you along the way. If I'm on that meeting, I'll probably be a little more involved in the upfront, like, hey, I'm Tyson. We're partnered with so-and-so. I'm here to just kind of help you understand why this is so cool to actually have him partnered with us. There's a benefit to that, and there's a benefit to you working with us at Tyson Media as well as this person that is partnered with us. And I'll touch on that real quick. Think about it. You're a filmmaker, and if you're really good, I've been here, you're going to work somewhere in-house. You're going to do great work. And 2 to 3 years down the road, you're going to start to get burned out with that one client. You're going to want to do more. So you start adding more clients to your portfolio. And then, oh my gosh, you're so busy now, you are going to have to quit that job with that client that you started with. I did this. I did it at Nomadic. And the problem with that is, okay, now they have to go and find a new videographer, a new filmmaker. That sucks. That's like you've spent 2-3 years building this brand through your videographer, photographer, whatever that is. Now you got to go train someone else. Our systems allow your filmmaker, you that's partnered with us, to stay with the company because our structure allows you to have more than one client. And then our purpose is to build people to then take over those clients for you without them even realizing it. I did this with Nomadic. Nomadic is still a client. I worked at their place in house. I left to start this job. They stayed on as clients. And now I have a person, Braden, who actually runs that company. So I'm not even involved anymore, but they're still clients, which has allowed me to grow this business. And that's what I want to get to for you. So that's the benefit of the filmmaker side, right? So the clients will understand that, like, oh, that's a whole thing. Like, I don't have to retrain. I'm just going to build our systems and processes in Tyson Media so that if this person wanted to grow beyond just being their filmmaker, this allows them to do that. Or let's just say the filmmaker, yourself, partners with us, they decide to leave. There's systems in place now for someone else to step in and take that client so that the company doesn't actually lose and have to retrain. We've got the systems to retrain someone and they come in immediately. So that's a long tangent in why that's super beneficial. And then the benefit of the client is what I just talked about. Their systems are now built in Tyson Media. And if they are to want to grow or expand on what they're doing, we have that capability because we have so many filmmakers in our community that are ready to step in and help with that. And then, or the filmmaker they had or have leaves or quits or wants to go pursue another career, they don't have to go hire and train someone. It's literally a person dropped right in that's probably already done work for them without them knowing. And boom, we're off to the races. Haven't skipped a beat. Wow. Really long tangent, but that's a key thing for sure. Okay, back to the PDF. So I've actually attached a video I did with a client that we ended up closing and working with. It's a video call that her camera's off, mine's on, kind of talks about what I said to do, keep your camera on. And then it just allows you to see how I take a conversation with someone that I don't know and build rapport and build this back and forth. And it was from a referral. So we already have some established like credibility, and the lead is warm at this point, right? So this isn't coming in cold. I've got other examples of that, but this is the one with Becky, who's the CEO of Siona. And go ahead and watch this video, just break it down. And inside that video, this is all the stuff that's happening, right? So this is the flow of the conversation. And in this next video, I'm going to actually talk about the breakdown of this first meeting. And we'll go through each of these steps, 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to step 8. But bringing it all home, it's a conversation. They are obviously interested in what you have to offer. They are obviously interested in hearing more about it. So answer their questions.